Well, we reviewed Predator Badlands the other day. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Like I said, I don't think it's going to end up in my top 5 favorite films of the year, but I had an absolute blast watching it. And the critics agree. Because as of right now, Predator Badlands is holding an 86% with pretty much all the reviews now in. So the critics have been liking it. But here's the key thing. It's not just the critics who are liking it. I don't know if you guys noticed there, but the audience rating on Predator Badlands, the audience rating is at 96%. And that audience rating makes Predator Badlands the highest audience rated Predator film of all time. Yes, including the original Arnold film. Yes, including Predator Killer of Killers. As we run down the list, what we see here is that if you go all the way back to the first one, Predator, the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, 87% audience score. Predator 2, not as good, 44%. Alien versus Predator, 39%. Alien versus Predator Requiem, a movie I still hold I get a kick out of. I'm not going to defend it and say it's a good film. I'm just saying I get a kick out of that movie. Anyway, Alien versus Predator Requiem is the lowest audience score, 1 at 30%. The Predator, which we all had so much high hopes for, that ended up getting 32%. Prey got a 75, deserves better. That movie's great. Then, of course, Predator Killer of Killers coming out with 88%. And then Predator Badlands, the brand new one, by far. And once again, I like to highlight this when we're talking about these movies. These are verified audience scores, which means these are people who are verified actually saw the film. Not people who are just like, well, I'm excited about Predator Badlands, so I'm going to go give it a 10 out of 10, even though I haven't seen it yet. No. These are verified people who have verifiedly seen the film. And it's got a 96%, again, by far making it the highest, rated, audience rated one they've done so far. And listen, I got to tell you, I am not surprised. Like sometimes these scores come out and they're lower than I thought, or they're higher than I think they would be. But with Predator Badlands, I am not surprised in the least. It is such a crowd-pleasing movie. Like right from the beginning, it starts off with fun, it ends with fun, and is stuffed with a lot of fun in between. With some great, performances, some really good one-liners like a good Predator movie should have. Terrific action, loads of violence. It just went pillar to post, like all out. And again, is it going to win any Oscars? No. But it's just that when I walked out of the film, Rob, I got to tell you, I was smiling. We did our full review yesterday. I'm not going to relitigate the whole review. But like I told you, I was grinning like an idiot, ear to ear. I had such a blast with it. And listen, again, I came out and I remember talking to Ann, it's like, oh, what are the fans going to think about it? And I'm like, a lot of times I'll see, like even a movie like Dune, Rob, that I love and I think is one of the better films, ever made. But even that's a film I go, but it's not going to be for everybody. I mean, it's kind of this, it's kind of this. So, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But, coming out of Baz, I'm like, I just don't know who isn't going to like this. I mean, obviously film is subjective. Not everybody's going to like everything, of course, obvious. But I'm just saying, like, unlike even masterpieces like Dune, where I go, yeah, but this one's not for everybody. I just came out thinking, I think generally everybody's going to love this. 96% audience rating, again, by far the biggest they've ever had. Rob, are you surprised to see that number? Not surprised? And what do you think contributed to it?
Well, like you said, I mean, when I saw this movie, what you just said, it was so much fun to watch. I sat there and moment to moment, it just delivered the fun. And, it really reminded me, it's interesting. It's more, I was thinking about this yesterday because there's a lot of people that they just wanted something else. And this is an adventure movie. This reminded me of when I was reading Edgar Rice Burroughs novels, that the John Carter novels or Tarzan or, old Conan, Robert E. Howard Conan novels. I mean, it's totally in that vein. I mean, it's more along the lines of a Raiders of the Lost Ark than it is the first Predator. And I was there for that. I mean, I've seen the first Predator. I've seen the second Predator. I've seen Predators. You know, I had so much fun with this movie because it was a total throwback to movies I liked when I was a kid, like The Land and the People That Time Forgot, or Island at the Top of the World. You know, it had that vibe where you're, and it had the sidekick, it had the crazy animal you meet on the way, like Woola the dog and John Carter. And, you know, it just had all this stuff that I particularly loved put together. And it was fantastic. It was just fun. It delivered what it was supposed to do, and it succeeded in doing what Dan Trachtenberg set out to do, which was make a sci-fi adventure. And that's what I got. And it was great.
You know, sometimes we see movies though, Rob, that like we'll love, and it just doesn't kind of get the respect that we feel it deserves. Again, all film is subjective. Everybody's opinion is valid. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes, Rob, you and I see a film, we're like, why didn't more people like this? What do you think it was about this particular movie that was able, again, a 96, that just seemed to be able to, you know, tickle that spot for more viewers than, say, a lot of other films do?
You know what I think? This movie was consistently interesting.
Yeah.
It never went in the direction, like the whole opening 10 minutes is going this one direction, and something unexpected happens in those 10 minutes where you're like, oh my God. And once this thing happens, then all bets are off, you know, and then as it went along, it kept giving me things that I didn't expect. And that's what made it fun. You know, like I said yesterday on the show, just the world they created, like every flower that could kill you, you know, or every creature. Like there's that one quick, you know, the scene in Phantom Menace, there's always a bigger fish.
Yep.
You know, they had a quick scene of that, like the ecosystem of this planet. Like here's a little thing, and then the bigger thing eats it, the bigger thing eats it. It just goes up that food chain. And it was just a throwaway gag, but I'm like, okay, it put a smile on my face. And I was just enjoying all of this. It made me feel like I was a kid. Like it gave me that sense of fun and wonder and look, is this the hardcore movie that the first Predator is with those military guys? No, the tone of it's totally different, but it's trying to do a totally different kind of thing. I mean, the first Predator is a slasher movie mixed with the most dangerous game, mixed with, you know, alien technology and this advanced, very dangerous creature. But Predator Badlands is just what it says. You're going into the Badlands. It's an adventure movie. It's not one man against an opposing, a more advanced force that is going to be very hard to surmount. I mean, this man's on the Yautja is on a quest. He's on a quest. He's not. It's a
and
whole
here's the thing,
different vibe.
And the Yautja, the Predator, is the underdog.
Right.
In this one. So here's another question for you then. You know, one of the things we were talking about heading into the movie was, you know, the projections were started saying 25 million opening weekend. Do you think with such strong reviews, and there is strong word of mouth, is that going to be enough to bump up that opening weekend a little bit? Like, where do you see the opening weekend coming in for this?
You know what? I was hoping to get a sense of that by finding out how much it did in previews last night.
On the preview Thursdays, right? Haven't seen those numbers yet.
Haven't seen the numbers yet. And look, I would hope so, because I think the movie deserves it. And I think, you know, again, what they've been doing at Fox with these franchises. I mean, you liked Alien Romulus more than me, but a lot of people loved Romulus. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was great. I've really liked what they've done with Prey and Killer of Killers and now this film. So I think that they're handling these franchises in a respectable manner, and they're giving them to filmmakers that really care and that are trying to do something a little different. And I respect that, and I'd like to see it succeed. And so we can get more of them.
Question is for you.
The movie that, oh, sorry. I just want to say, I want to see the movie that follows this one.
Yeah, so do I. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? It's now verified and confirmed. Predator Badlands, and it's not saying that Predator Badlands is the best Predator movie of all time, but it has the highest audience scores of any Predator movie ever. One of the highest audience scores of any film of the year, up at 96% right now. What do you think about that? Have you had a chance to see the film yet? If so, what were your thoughts? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.